What's up, ASG? Welcome to an ASG rewind. Today, we're going to do a rewind of Transformers Rise of the Beast 2023. So, whoever wants to start off can start off.
I definitely don't think it's the worst of all the live action, for sure, but it's got some really high highs, but the cringe is like the peakiest cringe of the whole series. So it's like a weird one to place for me. I don't know. What did you guys think about it?
I
This
honestly,
was your first ever one you watched, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
guys, if you're watching, I watched The Rise of the Beast. This is my second watch of Rise of the Beast. And I think my watching it a second time, I gave it a little more credit. I think the finale went over well with me. Like, I really enjoyed the finale, especially because when I first watched it, I didn't have a Transformers fan to tell me like, yo, that this actually happens. Because I thought Transformers was just in its own realm. I would have never guessed that humans were wearing mech suits from like Transformers and stuff. I never would have known. I would never would have known that because I didn't watch Transformers all like that. But it was surprising. But the second watch, you telling me this, and I kind of gave it a little bit more respect because it is pretty cool if you think about it. Since this is from, that is source material we're working with here. So I did give it a little more respect after that. I still doesn't get a super high rating for me just because it does have little really really tough moments. But I'll say the biggest standout in this movie, in probably a negative way, is Mirage.
Come on, Prime. Smile a little bit. Let me see that underbite.
New Bumblebee.
It kind of did feel weird, but I don't know, man. Pete Davidson's got to lock in. Pete Davidson's got to lock in, bro. I don't think there was anything special about the voice acting.
No, there was no thought into it.
Yeah, it just felt kind of, I don't know. I know you liked it. Did you like it a little bit?
I did because the bar I had was like extremely low, and it's not like I dig at Pete Davidson or anything like that. It's just I know he's not known for voice acting.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I mean, like the bar was pretty low.
Yeah, and it's pretty safe to it's pretty safe to just set the bar super low for especially when you have Pete Davidson. But I mean, I can see that how it's not that bad if you set your expectations really low for him. But I did really enjoy. I feel like it was weird because in this movie we do sideline Bumblebee, which the general trope is we keep Bumblebee and we sideline Prime.
Right. Yeah.
Prime was in this movie a lot. He was in it for most of the movie.
Showtime, and he looks fucking phenomenal.
Not as good as the last movie. I think Dark of the Moon Optimus is like my second favorite.
Hey, I gotta agree on that one. Yeah, Dark of the Moon is pretty much like peak live action Optimus. If I'm being honest. Especially like with the jetpack and everything.
Yeah. Yes, dude. I'd say they all look good. They all looked pretty. They were still keeping that. Not like Bumblebee though. Bumblebee had like iconic character CGI character designs.
Yeah.
And then for this one it kind of felt like we were skipping over Bumblebee back to the original type of formula.
Mm-hmm.
But not with the pacing. The pacing was a lot faster. The plot just seemed really quick and easy.
Mm-hmm.
I think the break-in thing, just to get where the break-in was just a very easy concept to get the humans involved in this big space issue.
And it still just doesn't make sense to me that at the end of the day, it is a war going on between these aliens. Mm-hmm. And they're just like, yeah, we'll just leave them here. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. While we have this conversation about the end of the world, essentially. I don't know. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it wasn't like they were accepting of it, which I get it. Yeah, it is the part of just the story, but it's just that again, Mirage kept scene stealing and just saying things.
Optimus, you gotta chill out, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta chill out, man. Dude, Bumblebee just died, dude.
Yeah.
He literally says that 5 minutes after Bumblebee dies.
I think so. I think he does.
He's like, oh, Optimus, chill, man. He's like, dude, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pete just kind of does his Pete Davidson thing the entire time.
Malik, though, the Beast. So I remember I asked you because we had this question the last night. the last nights aren't really based on a whole lot of like thick lore, or is it like one of those things where it's just like it's like a sprinkle of lore that they added, and then on Beast are a fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The what are they called? The Maximals.
Yep. Maximals and the Predacons.
Mm-hmm,
Usually the Predacons are the antagonists.
Okay. Okay, that's fucking cool.
I'm not the biggest Beast Wars fan, but I've dabbled in it a little bit.
Okay.
But if I was, I don't know if I'd be like appreciative of how they were like represented in the movie. I think, man, Optimus Primal, like his representation was really good.
Yeah.
He was cool. But having Ape Link just there, like the first one that died, that just didn't really like make sense.
The first one that died.
The first ape that showed up that Scourge killed.
Oh, okay. Yes.
He was just there for, I don't know, just for shock value, I guess, just to show how powerful Scourge was.
Yeah, in that Primal, the gorilla, like didn't have like a little symbol or emblem.
I noticed that too. Yeah.
It didn't have an emblem, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is just like a carbon copy without the Maximal logo on there.
I was kind of confused at first when I first saw it in theaters, but yeah.
That is pretty weird.
And Scourge is our main villain. I like Scourge as our main villain, even though it's probably not my favorite, but it works. It works better than some of the earlier villains we have. What are the other Decepticons?
Scourge is kind of tough though. If you think about it, he just like he fucking what's it called?
Debrands
Like
the fucking Transformers, puts them on.
Yeah, he fucking what's the I can't think of the term of this. Weld. He just welds the fucking emblems on his shoulder. That's pretty fucking tough.
Which is awesome. But you were saying that's kind of which one's thing?
Lockdown. So I wish I was here for like the fourth Age of Extinction, like the one you guys did, because Lockdown's one of my favorite villains. I think he worked well in the animated show, which is where he came from.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, I think he worked very well. And I think they're pretty similar, if I'm being honest.
I'd say they gave a similar vibe.
But yeah, I think they're that's probably where.
Besides the cannon from the face, you didn't shoot any cannons from his face.
No
That's true. He had that hand cannon, but no fucking face cannon.
Speaking of hand cannons, I said it, while we were watching the movie, but I'll say it here. Noah, our main protagonist, our human protagonist, when he gets like the Mirage mech suit, bro, that's Mega Man.
Yeah.
That is legit fucking live action Mega Man. No joke.
Honestly, lore accurate or not, like it's just not for me.
Look, it looked cool, like the bodysuit, but just like they still struggled with keeping making the face.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice that on my first watch.
Really?
Like, it didn't like bother me. I guess I was just shocked that they even went that route. If I'm being honest, but watching it over there.
Yeah, it must have taken a lot of time for them to keep the face like on the, like on the actual model. But I don't know. I don't. Maybe it didn't take a lot of time, but I feel like that would have taken a lot of time just to get that face on every scene to follow like the body and stuff.
It definitely did. It definitely did.
That just seems like, I don't know. It's got me sweating like thinking about it. That's a lot.
But it gave me the same type of look vibe as like MODOK did in in what's it called?
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
But let's be real. When Iron Man had that shit, whenever he would face up, sometimes didn't that look
some of them looked spotty. Like Civil War is really bad.
Yeah, I think we're still getting kind of that same vibe in this movie, which is it's always going to be a difficult thing to produce. But I mean, that's just small. But at least it's like I said, at least it's sticking to source material.
Right.
That's always good. There's always good in that.
Yeah, I cannot like it as much as I want, but it is canon and part of the Transformers world. So if I'm gonna be into it, I gotta be into that, I guess.
But man, so this is the last movie that we see that's like live action CGI, because this is the last one before the one we're getting in a couple in this week.
Yeah. Well, this is still continuing. This is the start of a new trilogy.
Yeah.
We get that G.I. Joe pop in at the very end of this.
Transformers.
So this isn't the last live action, and I wonder if we'll see Noah and what is the girl's name?
Elena.
Elena.
Dude, and you know why I know that is because they said the names fucking over and over and over. I remember the names, Elena and Noah.
I don't know how you forgot.
I forgot her name.
They said it like a lot.
She was probably had my least favorite moments.
They said that shit so many times. They just had to let you know, Elena. Noah, Elena, and Noah. Like the whole movie.
Yeah.
I like Optimus' character, not design in his, but like his character, just how he is. He has some moments where I am questionable, like when he first meets the Maximals, he's immediately like trying to blast them all the way, but you just met a Maximal. You know that Maximal said, oh, there was other Maximals protecting this other piece of the key. And he's just straight up, going straight to blasting. It just felt weird. But other than that, the rest of it, I love his characterization. And you were saying during it, it's like the most emotion we've gotten from him, which is awesome. To
be fair though, in the scene, and I'm always gonna play devil's advocate, but in the scene they did look threatening because the tiger jumped on them, and then they were looking threatening, and then that's when Optimus Prime comes in. If you see one of your guys that's on the ground, see one of your guys on the ground, you're like, what the fuck?
No, I feel you. That is true.
So just let's be fair.
But there was no try, like even with the guns pointed, nothing. There was no like, we're here to or we came with your friend.
What's the eagle?
Air Razor.
Air Razor comes in and calms everybody down.
Yeah.
But no, I just think the plot really just the small plot really just kind of hurts this movie in a way, just because it's not that crazy of a concept. Mm-hmm. It's literally just like it's kind of an introduction to like the movies we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Because I think that finale scene, and usually that's the thing, like the finale is like the big part. But I would say the Fallen's finale was kind of cut short. Mm-hmm. Like Revenge of the Fallen was kind of cut short on that finale. But I'd say this is up there with the finales that we've gotten. I think it's one of the best ones. But
for me, if you take away the human mech suit stuff, I would 100% agree. Yeah. Because we get some of the best fighting, just like we did in Bumblebee. Mm-hmm. When Optimus, my favorite, honestly, little moment in the entire fight is when Optimus like flings that lava in his eyes and then goes at him. That was just so smart and just a cool little.
Yeah, he offs the fuck out of Scourge.
Yeah.
Like, he just fucking brutalizes. Like, brutality's the man.
You can tell they don't, actually care about what people are saying about him being too violent. Just like that.
Yeah. So. I mean, hey, if they want Optimus Prime to be, like, a badass, go for it. But let's not. Because then it's just, it feels like Optimus Prime is, like, they disrespect him as, like, a leader in these movies. Like, they don't really, like, yeah, he's the leader and he's, like, the guy that brings everybody together. But he doesn't have leader attributes or like or tendencies. Like a leader is somebody you can look up to, and but Optimus Prime is literally the one that's always in fucking distress. Like, he's always the one getting his ass kicked. So it's just like I don't know. I wish they would stop doing that, but I don't know, maybe is that just like a common trope of Transformers, like Optimus Prime is like the damsel in distress. He's the one getting fucked up.
Well, one of them is he always like feels responsible for like leading his team too far away from Cybertron, and they do dive into that a little bit in this movie.
Yeah, they do.
Gotta like give it to him. They do that a little bit.
He was feeling guilty.
Yeah, and which in the other movies you don't really see that. You just see angry, pretty much just war general committing war crimes, just trying to protect his people. So I mean.
You actually, I like what you said though, because I now that I think about let me back up, because now that I think about it, it is kind of one of those things where it's like Optimus Prime is trying his best to be a leader in a war where he lost his home and he's trying to lead the Autobots.
Right.
It is one of those things, like he is trying his best. So maybe I'm being too harsh on the getting his ass kicked all the time and being like not much of a leader. Maybe he's just trying to be a leader, and people don't really realize how hard it is to be a leader, and like when you feel like you're making all the wrong moves.
Because you got to remember, this is before Michael Bay's movies. This was technically like before. This is in the 90s.
Yeah.
All that stuff didn't take place until like 07, like 09 and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If we're saying it's in the same universe, I really...
It's a soft reboot.
Yeah, it's a soft reboot. Yeah, so this is basically like a Prime still getting his reins together, even though he's been doing it for like millions of years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
but this movie just feels way more different than what Bumblebee was.
Yep.
Oh,
It feels
very
like
much.
Night and
it
day.
feels like it's it feels like this is more of the soft reboot than Bumblebee was.
Yep. Yep.
Like this is the actual reboot that they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bumblebee felt like its own thing.
See,
I
the thing
100%
is
agree,
though,
yeah.
if I wish they would have took the art style and just like the whole energy from the first like Cybertron scene on Bumblebee, where they're all fighting each other. They take that and like incorporate the designs like into the characters and just have a story pretty much on Cybertron,
Yeah.
or just with one human like they did with Haley Steinfeld and Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think that would work. And I think that's why a lot of more people were comfortable with seeing Bumblebee, because you didn't have to keep up with like a lot of parts of moving metal like on the
Yeah.
screen. So
Yeah.
And Zoen brought this up in our Bumblebee rewind. Like, it's crazy how much having a good-looking, faithful design lets audiences like forgive the dumb little
dumb plots.
cringy bullshit.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's faithful design, good design, and it looks
Sometimes
like
you can
the
forget about the dumb plot, and then you can just appreciate. Oh, they look cool, and they're doing like a nice
Accurate.
finale scene,
Yeah.
and they're treating the characters properly. The story is one thing. I get it. The story makes the movie and the film, whatever you want to call it. But like if we're being honest, we would want to see like, you know, accuracy like in these characters and have them express themselves really good. Like I said during when we watched the movie, I said somebody told Pete Davidson that Mirage was that dude. Like somebody told Pete Davidson like, you're gonna be playing Mirage. He's gonna be the fucking main character, dude. If you don't know Mirage, dude, go fucking watch this shit because he was that main dude. He was the main guy. Like, he was that fucking motherfucker in this shit.
Yeah.
And somebody lied to him because Mirage felt like he was just, you know, like. Well, he was basically a main character in this, or a main Autobot.
Yeah,
Like
he
an
was.
overshadowing Autobot. Because RC is cool. We get one cool fight scene or blaster scene when she's riding the little fucking Volkswagen
Yeah.
Beetle. And then there's that, and that's it.
We even get more moments from Bumblebee, and he dies in this movie.
Yeah, yeah.
that's saying something.
Who was the Puerto Rican?
So I'm just gonna mention that they've butchered Wheeljack 2 times in this franchise. This was one of them, and like it really does piss me off.
What's the
because
other Wheeljack?
Darker the Moon, smart guy, Einstein.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Q, supposed to be Wheeljack. So yeah, this is the second time they just like butcher his name and license for what? You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Like it really does make me mad. It does hurt the movie for me, like a lot. If he wasn't in the movie, I'd be cool with it.
Yeah,
And
I think
he
a lot
literally
of
just
people would agree
walks
with you.
in, has
Yep.
like 2 lines, and then
Yep.
he's just kind of around.
Exactly.
And he says Hermano.
that one kind of got me. I'm not gonna lie.
He-
Robot racism.
But yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Robo
That shit.
racism.
That was reaching.
It's real, folks.
Yeah, that was reaching for sure.
Oh my gosh.
But no, I think a lot of people agree with you on what you said before.
And it's funny because I was gonna mention this also in Bumblebee. He appears on Cybertron when he says there's too many of them, which I believe he's voiced by Steve Bloom, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what's up.
Even though it's like one line, but he's there, but he's also has a completely different accent on
Yeah.
the other side of on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense, man. Like I don't know. Sometimes they just don't try with that shit. But
The GI Joe. Let's be real.
Okay,
we're
yes.
going to get GI Joe Transformers movies. It's inevitable. How do you feel about that?
So I believe the next one on the slate is, I think, just a live action Transformers movie. I don't know if they've added them into the fold just yet, but I've never been a G.I. Joe fan. It's never been my cup of tea. But I know they do have crossovers in the comics that are actually pretty good. So,
Transformers and G.I. Joe does.
Oh yeah, they have major crossovers.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that actually.
yeah. It's either IDW or Dreamwave. I can't remember, but it's not like it would be like the end of the world or something that completely out of the blue. It's just I'm not a G.I. Joe fan.
So how about the Cobras working with the Decepticons?
It would be comic accurate, but I mean, like I said, Shit, I don't really know that much about Cobra. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest.
But hey, that means if this dude, we're gonna have to like do like a cross rewind type of deal.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do
Got the
like
Snake Eyes helmet and the Optimus helmet ready.
I've
to
always
go.
liked Snake Eyes.
yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, Snake Eyes was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want that fucking Decepticon with like I just want a Decepticon or like a Cobra logo, but like like a Cobra mixed with a Decepticon logo emblem
Mm-hmm.
on the chest and just a big ass fucking like Cobra Commander as like a
That'd be
transformer.
Honestly,
That'd be crazy.
But then I want a comic accurate Cobra Commander. I want the mask. I want the soldiers,
mask
the
is
Cobra
pretty cool.
Commanders.
Yeah.
Like I want the top hat, like the little hats they
Oh, yeah.
wear. I want everything. I want like real, like I want Bumblebee-esque character designs, like Bumblebee movie-esque character designs. And that movie, I think that movie is what's gonna make like a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
If they just like pull that shit right out of the pages and they just make even the character designs and then they just do some type of crazy story like that. But it is kind of like one of those things where it's like
I think
Transformers will outshine G.I. Joe in the movie.
I hope so. I hope they don't try and make it G.I.
Or
Joe.
sorry, it has to,
Yeah.
because there's no way you're making there's no way you're telling me that army soldiers are putting up a fight against Transformers.
They have The Rock again. They will.
If they have the Rock, yes. Final
Comes
boss
back.
Rock?
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's Final Boss Rock, Optimus doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, because Final Boss Rock, he just comes in and just starts kicking everybody's
It's
ass
fucking-
and runs the show.
Hit a people's elbow on that motherfucker.
Head of the table. Head of the fucking table, dude.
But I think bringing G.I. Joe in might solve the human problem that we've been having.
Right.
Just because the corporate fucks will
Yeah.
be like, okay, now our human characters all have to be the army, so we won't have to focus on the army and the Shia LaBeouf character and the mom character and the it'll just be the army characters and the Transformers.
Yeah, you guys would say to make it easier, because you can replace the army with GI Joe. In the
Yeah.
first
You know
one,
damn
for
well
the
that's
second
been their idea the whole time.
Yeah.
one.
That
It's literally just army versus Transformers.
Department of Defense loves free advertisement. So
Which honestly, I feel like maybe the whole franchise would have been better off if they did just stick with that vision instead of inserting.
well, I know our guy Malik here doesn't want fucking G.I. Joe in his Transformers. Let's be real.
if it goes well, I'll be cool with it.
Right.
If it doesn't,
But then you don't want one overshadowing the other. That's what I'm saying. Transformers got to be its own thing, its own core
well, I'm
thing.
definitely not saying
but this
G.I.
is
Joe
But this
should
is
be.
just like it feels. It's gonna be like a crossover movie.
Mhm.
That's like it can't be like It should just be a crossover movie like Autobots like do one of these to the fucking G.I. Joe guys, and then they go back to Cybertron. Then you have the final battle of Cybertron or something like that. I don't know.
Like just a one-off. We don't want to see more. Of
I
these.
hope to God, I hope so.
That's what
Just
you're.
I just hope we get I just want to Well, we're gonna see a Transformers movie without any humans. Like I think because we have Transformers 1.
Yeah.
But I just want a live action, or like a movie with Transformers with no humans, but like those type of movies, like how the beginning of Bumblebee was.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fucking sick. But go ahead, Chandler, get into our trivia and box office.
Let's do it. So 2023 movie had a budget of $200 million. So a little higher than Bumblebee, not quite the highest ever, and it had a 438.9 million profit worldwide. So it didn't do too bad. Didn't make a shit ton of money, especially with their advertising and merchandising and all that. But it made money. It was the 13th highest grossing movie that year. There was a lot in 2023. There was the Barbie movie, Mario Brothers, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Crazy year.
Yeah, 2023
Barbenheimer.
was Barbenheimer.
Remember like it was yesterday. I can't believe it was a year ago.
I know. That is wild.
I don't understand why those two movies became like such a intertwined phenomenon when they were just so different. Anyway, let's get into this trivia. So Scourge's grill, like we were talking about, is decorated with a bunch of different insignias taken from all the different people or Autobots and whatever that he kills. So we see a Autobot one, a Decepticon, a Maximal, a Predacon, a Mercenary, a Terracon, and a Wrecker. So what are the Mercenary, Terracon, and Wreckers? Because I think those are the only ones that we haven't talked
I'm not
about.
too sure about the mercenary ones. I looked on there because I just noticed it this rewatch. One of them was the Autobot Elite Guard, which was the one with like the wings on it, and there was the Terracon one and the Maximal ones. But I'm not too sure about the mercenary ones.
What is the Autobot Elite Guard?
It just has so it's basically like they're like soldiers that they train just to be in the war. It's just where the most elite of the Autobots go, just to train.
Okay.
Very big in the Transformers animated show,
Right.
but it just has wings on the outside of the badge just to separate them from the regular Autobots.
Right. So Scourge was taking out some like high profile motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Damn. So when Scourge taunts Optimus Prime by saying Primus would be ashamed, this is the first time that Primus is named in any of the live action films.
Oh.
So could you tell us who Primus is and a little bit about Primus?
So let's just go like in the general, I guess, just description of him. In some of the cartoons and comics, he is Cybertron. So he is the core of Cybertron.
Wow.
Usually how they do it is Primus is Cybertron and then Unicron is Earth. And they were fighting each other like a million years ago, and then they both went dormant. And when they both went to sleep, Unicron became Earth, and then Primus became Cybertron. So they're both like these giant entities of like energy and stuff, fighting each other. And they have been for millions of years. Right. So in the cartoon, that's usually how they go with it. Is that they're both planets.
That's what's up. Okay.
Like I said, I feel like I've seen it. If you look at Unicron's like character model, he's like a planet, but then he goes out. He has like arms and legs, and he has like a head with like horns and stuff.
And like I was telling y'all, the Earth one, him being Earth is just like a more recent characterization of him. Usually he is like his own like just planet, I guess, that can transform still into like a robot.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I wonder what he transforms into.
So his like
that's a planet.
yeah, just a planet with like rings.
I was
around
thinking
it
like
and, a
what kind of spaceship he'd work.
Yeah.
You know.
But then he also transforms into a robot. Also,
Like just how fucking
giant robot.
Yeah.
His toys are pretty cool. Yeah. Also.
okay.
He's got that beer body.
Yeah, he does.
He drinks a lot of beer.
Yeah. Eating all those planets, man. It'll get to your gut.
So you were telling us that this movie actually went through a bunch of reshoots and
As far as
all
I know,
that kind
yeah,
of stuff.
it was pretty
It
rough.
also went through a lot of animation struggles. So usually the animation was done by ILM and all the other ones, and this one is done by MPC. Never heard of them.
Okay.
But they apparently had a lot of struggles finishing the effects for this on time. So there was some scenes that were cut, including a whole other Decepticon that
the
we
first
almost
scene.
got. Transit. I guess he turns into a bus in this scene to hide from Optimus
Fucking
Prime.
murks him, dude.
Optimus
Optimus
Prime.
murks the fuck out of him. I saw the deleted scenes on YouTube, and it was pretty dark.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why when they
shit.
was playing it first, I was like, man, is this the deleted scene that they put it on here? But they didn't. It was just him in the transit yard. So.
Wow. So I wonder what all else they didn't get to fucking finish, because that was probably like one of the closer to finished.
Yeah.
Finished
It's
ones.
on YouTube. It's kind of, you can tell it's like not finished all the way, but they do have like placeholder animations and shit like that.
Last little bit of trivia: we had another classic voice actor reprise their role in this movie. Optimus Primal. We had Ron Perlman. He reprises his role from Transformers: Power of the Primes, where he also voiced Optimus Primal.
That's really cool.
So that
So they
makes
brought
him-
him back.
Man.
Yeah, that makes him the third voice actor to have voiced something in animation and now in live action. Peter Cullen, Frank Welker, and now Ron Perlman.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, I
That's
forgot
sick.
about that.
I know Transformers fans like really love that.
I mean, because, like, as a Turtle dude, as a Sonic dude, like, when there's a new project, I want to see if there's somebody from the original cast or whoever back in the mix. So
For sure.
that's hype to hear.
I gotta say too, he killed it. Like I'm not too familiar with his voice acting roles, but Ron Perlman, he definitely did this shit, bro. Like he definitely killed it.
I
Yeah.
liked him.
Any last words before we go see Transformers 1?
Oh,
And 1986. We gotta watch the
that's right.
1986.
one thing I do gotta say about this, and I'm sure you guys noticed it too. For a movie called Rise of the Beasts, there's barely any beasts in it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's one of my biggest complaints.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have a rating for it? Like if I'm being honest, I'd give this one like probably like a good 7, like a flat 7 out of 10.
Okay. I was thinking like a I was thinking like a 5 or 6, just because that finale scene really just. I think that all my points would come from the finale scene.
They did it really good.
I would have to agree with the 6. Seven's a bit high because there's a good portion of this movie that I would never want to rewatch.
Yeah.
But all the Transformers stuff, I would want to rewatch. So
If I was a big Beast Wars fan, I would rate this movie very, very, very low. But with Optimus's character development, I'll say that it really did at least show that they care about the character.
I did like
he's
that.
Not, that he's not like a killing fucking machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I do agree. I can't wait to get into the animated movies. I'm a sucker for any animated movies, so I cannot wait to jump into the '86 movie after this.
My personal favorite.
Okay,
Yeah,
sick.
not personal.
Oh
Just
yeah,
in general.
I can't wait. I know it's gonna be good. But anyways, ASG, thank you so much for watching this ASG Rewind Transformers: Rise of the Beast 2023. Let us know in the comments what you thought about this movie. Like, comment, subscribe, share it to all your friends, and tune into the next ASG Rewind. We're going to be watching the animated Transformers the movie 1986 on our next rewind, so check into that one. But yeah, thank you so much, ASG. Autobots, roll out.